David, congratulations. What does it mean, if anything, to you to get in the top 100?
It's always awesome to be kind of reviewed by your peers and get the recognition. It's fun, and that's why I kind of threw out the tweet. It'd be fun to be number 69, kind of match my number.
I was going to say the peer thing is what makes this one different, right? The writers voting or the media voting is one thing. When the people you line up against vote, does it feel a little bit different?
No, I think, I'm just going to go flat and say I think I should be a lot higher, but
do it.
I think
where should you be?
I've been an all-pro for the past 2 years, and if that's not making the top 100 last year and being in the back end this year, I don't think that really gives a good recognition for myself. But, it is what it is. I can't change anybody. I think they have a hard time spelling my last name. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's probably the reason why.
So is it the spelling? Is it the pronunciation? Is it the fact that you're in Green Bay? Is it the fact that you block for Aaron Rodgers and people focus on the quarterback and not the left tackle? What is it, David? Why don't more people realize who you are and what you are and playing well?
I think you kind of summed it up pretty well. And I think, also another thing is my whole life, I was never drafted high. There's never been a big media cloud. I don't have tattoos. I don't jump out of the building. Nothing freakish. Honestly, I just play good football. And, for me, it's always nice getting the recognition on an individual level. But, I just want to win Super Bowls. That's the number one most important thing. And with this, it's always good to know that people think, you're playing well and you get some recognition. But, we're only as good as a team. And, like I said, this year I'm just focusing big things, team thing.
Which is always the right thing to say, obviously, as well. I have an idea. A couple of years ago, you tweeted Elizabeth Banks, and you and Clay, whatever, you got your way into Pitch Perfect 2. Maybe you should try a new scheme. Is there another actress or actor or movie out there that you're going to try to run a game on here?
I'm still looking out. I'm currently our agent for a couple Packer players. So I'm going to be, reviewing a couple films and scripts and see which one best fits and is the right move. I don't want to put a player in a position, as being an agent, where it doesn't shed a good light on them.
Let's talk about your quarterback, David, and I'm sure he would want to be in that movie because it seems like his kind of thing. He's actually an executive producer on something we're doing here on NFL Network. If Kirk Cousins is worth 3 years in '84, David, what's Aaron Rodgers worth?
I think as you put it, Aaron Rodgers, priceless. I think that kind of fits that commercial right there. He deserves kind of whatever he wants and whatever he's asking for. He's the greatest.
What's he like in the huddle? Because he's kind of dry with us. Obviously, he's a witty guy and he's a funny guy. But what's he like when he's in there with you guys?
In the huddle specifically, he's always very relaxed. I'm sure that you guys want to know, what's he like when game's on the line, 2-minute drill, we're down, we got to go score. Games jump out, it's like Dallas when we had to march down and score, and like in 2014 against Seattle to get in field goal range to go in overtime. The number one thing I can think of is he does a really good job at making you almost forget the situation. And it's like, hey, it's just another series. We're going to go down. We're going to move the ball. And the other good thing is a lot of confidence. There's not a time I am worried that we're not going to move this ball and we're not going to get in the position we need to either come out with 3 or 7 points. And that's something that's very reassuring that you want to have as a quarterback to the other 10 guys in the huddle.
Yeah, when he could exude that confidence and spread that confidence to the other 10 guys out there, I could imagine that helps immensely. He also had a little bit of an off-season with the Dalai Lama, was showing that off on Twitter. He bought an NBA team, for Pete's sake, or at least a little bit of an NBA team. But you were having fun. We went through your Twitter. You went to London, hung out at Man U at Old Trafford, did the whole Big Ben Parliament thing. How cool was that?
Phenomenal experience, very, very culturing experience. I've never been to Europe before, and I always told myself if we never make the playoffs, it's most time we're going to have off in an off season. I'm going to fly to Europe, so got to see a couple football games. It's fantastic. I'm a big football fan, and met a couple players, and honestly, just very culturing and eye-opening experience. I loved it.
That was cool. So Daniel Munyer there from the Cardinals as well on the field with you. On the pitch, I'm sorry, with you at Old Trafford. I've never gone to an EPL game. There you go. I want to check that one off my list eventually. Glad you were able to do it. David Bakhtiari, congratulations for making the top 100. 91, obviously nice. You'd like to be higher. We'll get it done next year.
Have a good day.